Oh, don't worry, the dog's okay. It's yeah, it's fine. Thanks for being here and watching. Trying to make you laugh. So we are doing backside now. We're on a 1.2, assignment 1.2. Second assignment is first day of school went well. And so let's jump right into it to help you. And so we're doing inverses, we're doing combinations of functions, adding, subtracting it looks like. We're doing compositions, we're getting crazy here. So let's get going. Okay, so let's see, so FOG4, just to let you know, that means F of G equaling, so basically F of G of X equals 4, okay? So that's what that means. So you're going to take 4 and you're going to plug it into G. So 4 squared is 16, you're going to get a negative number there. Then whatever you get there, then you're going to plug back in, whatever you get there, then you're going to plug it back into F. So we'll show you by doing 15, which is the other way. And so 15, we're going to go ahead and take 4, so that's basically X equals 4. And so now we're going to go to F, and we're going to plug in 4 right there, okay? So F of 4 basically is X equals 4. So we go negative 2, right, plus 3. And so that was the original function. So originally you had an X here, right? Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to move that X out of the way, and instead we're going to go ahead and put a 4 back in there, like that, okay? So we're going to get a 4 back in there now. So then we do negative 2. So remember PEMDAS, so negative 2, multiplication first. So negative 2 times 4 is negative 8. And then negative 8 plus 3, what's that? You say it first, you say it first. That's it, negative 5. So that was just doing, all of that was just doing F of 4. F of X equals 4. Okay? So that's this guy, F of 4. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take that negative 5, which is represented or connected with or equals, remember it equals the F of 4. So that means wherever we see an F of 4, we can substitute in a negative 5. So we're going to go up here and put it right there. So now we have negative 5 there. So now G of negative 5. So next, N-E-X-T. So next, we're going to go ahead and do G, right, G of negative 5, which is the same as G of X equals negative 5. Cool. So now we're going to go up to G, and wherever we see an X, we're going to plug in its place in place of the X goes away completely. Don't mix the X in there, right? Because you mixed up with your X, man. After dating them, they're going to be so mad because you're just messing with their heart. What? Yeah, so leave the X out of it. Don't mess with them. So we're going to put a negative 5 in there in place of the X. So now it's going to be 5 minus, and then negative 5 squared. So 5 from up there minus, and then X squared now becomes negative 5 squared. And negative 5 times negative 5 is positive 25. And then you're going to do 5 minus, bring down the 5 minus that. And so we do get an answer of negative 20. And so that's our answer for number 15. Nice, nice. Now 16 looks kind of freaky deaky, but 16, instead of an X, you'll notice that it's a C. So all that means is you're going to plug a C into G, get an answer, and then plug that into F. Okay? So go to G, erase, go to G, and now you're going to plug a C. Now you're going to plug a C in its place. So 5 minus C squared. Okay? And then you're going to take that whole thing and plug it into F now. You're going to plug it into F. And so in place of the X goes away. You're going to put a 5 minus C squared in there and just distribute that negative 2 through. Okay, so number 17 now is going to have us distribute the whole function into the other function. So g o f means g of f of x. Sorry, I'm writing with a mouse here. Hopefully we get my smartboard software up and running soon. So just been waiting for that to get done and get approved, and then I can draw my board, and that'll be nicer looking. Okay, so now we're going to take f and we're going to plug it into g is what that wants you to do. So g of f of x means take the whole function of f, the whole equation, and plug it into g. Okay, so I'm going to erase all this work up here to show you what I mean. Remember, use a pen or pencil so you can erase your work to remind yourself how to do this. Remind yourself how to do this. Okay, beautiful. So we're going to take the function f of x, negative 2x plus 3, and we're going to plug it in place of the x there, which is going to be squaring that whole new equation. We're going to square that thing right there. Okay, here we go. So we take g of x. Here's like another way to do it. So we take g of x, we take g, which is, what is g again? What is g? And so we got g. So g, again, is going to be 5 minus parenthesis x squared. Right? So that was originally x. Now we're taking f. Okay, now we're taking f. And so f is actually negative 2x plus 3. So we go negative 2x plus 3, which is over here, which was f. We're going to bring that down. Boop, boop, boop. And now that is going to go in place, and that's going to substitute in place of the x. So you actually go ahead and take that x now, take that away, right? And you're going to bring down that negative 2x plus 3 and put that right in there. Cool. So now we're ready to finish it up. Okay, that x goes away. And so now we're going to take negative 2x plus 3, and we're going to square that, okay? We're going to square that. So that means 2 of them. When you say squared, it means 2 of them. So negative 2x plus 3 times negative 2x plus 3. Okay. All right. So now negative 2x times negative 2x is a positive what? Pause me. Hey, you pause me. You're supposed to be doing this on your own. So pause me. Try it on your own. I'm waiting. Pause me. So try it on your own, and then push play and see how you did. So negative 2 times negative 2 is a positive 4. X times x is x squared. And we got at the end there, we got our last terms. FOIL, first and last. So we got 3 times 3 is 9. So that's going to go at the end here as a plus 9. Then we have, that's our eyes. Now we're going to do the nose. So 3 times negative 2x is negative 6x. So 3 times negative 2 is negative, 3 times negative 2 is negative 6x. Good. That's the nose. 3 times negative 2x. And then we also do another 3 times negative 2x, which is another 3 times negative 2 is negative 6x. And those can be combined together. So now we're going to go and combine those now. We're going to combine those. So now we have 4x squared. What's negative 6x and negative 6x? That's right, it's negative 12x. Negative 6, negative 12. Total apples off my tree that you took. Combine those together. Now we have a plus 9 to bring over here. But we also have a 5 from the beginning. So don't forget that 5 from the very beginning there. That came from this guy way up here. And so now 5 plus 9, so that's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we're going to do a plus 14, and that's going to be the answer at the end there. Woo! There's our answer. I'm going to pause. You pause me. I'm going to pause me. Just a second. Pause me. Wowza. Made some mistakes there. So we're doing good, fine, and dandy, but I just looked at my answer key, and I'm like, oh, Newbold, you forgot something. What do you think we forgot? You behind the screen. What do you think you forgot? Huh? The negative. Oh my goodness, I forgot the negative. That's ridiculous. So there is a negative here before we add it with the 5. So So there's a negative right here that needs to be multiplied through that whole thing. Okay? So let's go ahead and change the signs now. So now it's gonna, let's do it in red. So now we're gonna change the sign. It's gonna become a negative because you have to distribute, right? Distribute that through, distribute it through, distribute it through. So we get a negative 4x squared, a positive 12x, and a negative 9. Okay? So that's going to affect when you add those two together. When you add those two together, that's going to affect it. So what's a negative 9 with a positive 5? It is not 14. Not 14 at all. So what is it? It's not 14? Well, positive 5 apples off my tree. No, you took 9 apples off my tree, but you gave me 5 back. But you still owe me how many? So you still owe me 4 apples. Okay? So that's negative 4x squared plus 12x minus 4. Woo! That's the right answer. That's the right answer. Okay, number 19. I was confused by that one. I forgot how to do that one. But basically, all you're going to do is when there's nothing there, when it's just F, G next to each other, it does in fact mean to multiply. If you look at your notes in your book, it does in fact mean to multiply those together. So you're going to take F, which is negative 2x plus 3, right? And then you're going to take G, which is 5 minus x squared. And what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and multiply all that out. Okay, you're going to multiply all that out. So negative 2x times 5 is a negative, negative 10x. And then we go ahead and do 3 times x squared is a positive, no, there's negative there, 3 times negative x squared. So that's actually going to be a negative 3x squared there, not positive, that's actually going to be negative. So we'll go ahead and erase that. Good, good, good. And then that's the i's. Remember, that's the i's for distributing. And then 3 is positive 3 times 5, so that's 15. I'm going to throw that in here at the end. Constant goes at the end. And then the mouth, right, with the little tongue. What are you talking about, Newbold? Well, you're going to do the outside terms. And so the outside terms is your smiley face. And so then you do the little tongue there, right there. Then you see the smiley face? There's a smiley face. Okay, so that's negative 2x times negative x squared. Wowza. So that's going to be negative times a negative is a positive. And then 2x times x squared, you have to add the powers, 1 and 2, that's 3. So that's going to be positive 2x to the third power. Woo! So that was a tough one. Now remember, it says to go ahead and do standard form, or remember to always do standard form when doing these. And so that means we're going to do the highest power first. So that's 2x cubed minus 3x squared minus 10x and then plus 15. Woo! Nice, nice. So there's number 19. Okay, good, good. So we're going to jump down now to these ones, 20 and 25. So these ones, you're going to use the graphs to help you, okay? I know it seems scary, but it's, hey, you behind the screen, it's not that bad, okay? It's not that bad. So we're going to go ahead, and number 20, just so how easy, start us off easy. Again, when you just see a number like g of negative 1, it's actually technically g of x equals negative 1, okay? That's what that... I know math can be tough because they do all this weird notation and you got to know what it means. So I'm helping you. So whenever you see that, I'm going to throw the word what means on there. And so, yep. And wow, that didn't work. Why isn't it working? Come on. What the? Okay, so we're going to make that smaller. Yeah, so g of negative 1, g negative 1 means g of x equals negative 1, okay? And so the reason why that, wow, how do we get off the screen there? Okay, it's just going to be blue because I can't fix it. That's so weird. Oh well. Can I go to the bottom? Aha, I got it. Okay, so what that means now is we're going to go to graph G. We're going to go to graph G, okay, we're going to go to graph G. And then now we're going to go to x equals negative 1, Okay, x equals -1. Wait, that's drawing a line. We want to do a pen. Ooh, orange. I like orange. Okay, so now we're going to go to graph G, which is right here. Where's graph G at? Here it is. There's graph G. And so we're going to go to G of x equals -1. So that's right here. Right? That's -1 right there. Now it's not on the graph, so we're going to go up or we're going to go down until we're on the graph. And so we're looking for that y value. What's that y value? And so that's y of what? That's y of -3 right there. And so that's going to be our answer. Y equals -3. And so our answer is -3, right? So that's what that means. That's how easy that is. So now 21, you're going to have to go from one graph, find the one value, and then go to the other graph. Okay? So we're going to go like this. We're going to go inputs, right? Why is this so big? Is it so big? I don't know why it's so big. So we're going to go inputs. Sorry. Okay, so inputs, and then arrow. So input then becomes the output. Wow. So we go input, outputs, and then it becomes the input for the next function, arrow. And then we get our final, output. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and see if it lets me move this whole thing. Come on. Why won't you move? I need to open it in 22 because these features are just lame. Come on, how do I move you? No, that just rotates it, you silly old bear. Okay, here we go. Okay, there we go. Okay, so again, let's talk about what this means. Ready? Let's talk about what this means. So input, output becomes the input for the next function, final output. So g of x, we have our inputs, then outputs, right? And then the next one, that'll be the input now for f of x, and then we get our final output for f of x. So let's go ahead and give that a try on the next video. Keep watching.